Good day, everybody. Meteorologist Mark Muller here. How's everybody getting along? Guess what we got? Potential Tropical Cyclone 2 just came out here in the Atlantic, east of the Lesser Antilles, east of Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to see how close the center of circulation gets to these islands and the northern coast of South America. And this could likely become a hurricane before it reaches Central America later on in the week towards the weekend. And we got a lot of other things going on in the tropics. We have other tropical waves and tropical disturbances from the Gulf into the Atlantic and the Eastern Pacific. Let's get into all of it here. All right, taking a look at potential tropical cyclone number 2. Guess what's going on here? There it is, likely to become a tropical storm by the time it reaches Trinidad and Tobago on Wednesday, early morning hours. But you're going to start feeling the effects Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night. So if you're in the Trinidad, Tobago up to Grenada, definitely want to start preparing. This is where Thursday into Friday. Thursday, we think it'll get up to 60 mile per hour winds. And then look at this. Friday, hurricane, 85 mile per hour. And Saturday, landfall in Central America. The tropical Atlantic, there is potential tropical cyclone 2. Look what's behind it. This is what also we're going to be watching, which could develop a little bit further to the north and to the east. Another big tropical wave coming off the Cape Verde African coastline here, and we are just lining up. We got a little disturbance here, but we also got this disturbance here in the north central Gulf that we're going to be watching as well. So here's this area in the north central Gulf of Mexico we're going to continue to watch. You know, as the days, you know, we get the daytime heating, the thunderstorms pop up. As you can see, the evening and overnight, it's kind of cooling down. But this is persistent. We'll watch it drift towards the southwest here. All right, so taking a look at potential tropical cyclone 2. This is Tuesday evening. Bearing down on Trinidad and Tobago. I've gotten quite a few messages from a lot of you living there. You're rightfully concerned here because you're going to want to prepare as this is a moderate tropical storm up to Grenada as well. So watch what happens here. This is exactly what I suspected would happen. The center circulation looks like it's going to pass between Trinidad and Tobago. So definitely start preparing, you know, storm surge a couple feet. Those normally low-lying areas definitely going to flood. 4 to 8 inches of rain. So 4 to 8, you know, that's anywhere from 125 millimeters all the way up to 250 millimeters of rain here. You're going to want to prepare in the southern island chain here. So definitely don't mess around with this. Yeah, it's not a hurricane, but, you know, it's going to be quite a long duration too. Look at how long duration that goes throughout the day, Wednesday and into early Thursday. Now, here's the next system behind it. Not to detract away from potential Bonnie here, but we're going to have to watch for another system here. So as we head through early Thursday, we're going to have a couple more landfalls here along the northern coastline of South America. This is not overly mountainous terrain like it is in Hispaniola, so this is not going to cause major disruption of the center of circulation. But as you can see, as we head throughout the day on Friday, so, you know, after sunrise here, we have our next system. It's looking pretty healthy here. Then we have potential Bonnie. We'll just call it potential Bonnie at this point. And as we continue in time, look at this, Friday into Saturday. Yeah, this is becoming quite a big deal here for the northern islands. Eventually Puerto Rico here, and this is becoming a hurricane here into the southern Caribbean. As we head through, let's get a better look at this. So here we go. Let's speed this up. So here is Saturday. So this system has a very large circulation barreling towards Central America. Look at this. And there's going to be some problems here, especially with what the GFS does. Watch what happens here. Here's the next system, Puerto Rico. You're going to want to watch for this. Now, I know I've gotten messages from a lot of you in Jamaica as well. This is going to stay well south of you. You're not going to get little, if anything, out of this. So you can breathe a sigh of relief. But watch what happens here. The GFS just pounds Central America with tremendous amounts of rain here, spiraling inward. So this is a bad scenario. Now, look what's happening over here to Puerto Rico. Sunday morning, mid-morning. Not good. That's a lot of rain. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inches of rain. That's pretty bad. So as we continue, the GFS pushes this tropical wave towards Hispaniola. It almost looks like it's trying to commit suicide here. Look at this. This is not what you want to see. Tremendous amounts of rain in Central America. That spells a lot of death here and destruction in these mountainous terrains. And look what happens. This system kind of washes out across the Caribbean islands. We'll still have to watch it. And two areas of energy form out of what could be left of this hurricane. All right, so if we take a look at the trusty Euro here, take a look at this mess. So here it is. This is Tuesday night. It's starting to move right on Trinidad and Tobago here. There's the center of circulation. It's literally moving right between the two islands as well on the Euro. Look at that. That's pretty strong. Now, obviously, the northern side of the circulation, the northeast quadrant, will be the strongest part, but you're still going to see big effects here in Trinidad as well. And then all along the northern coast of South America as we head through the rest of the day on Wednesday. Look at this. It really starts to pick up a little speed here as it heads. This is Thursday. It's starting to head into the open waters of the Caribbean here. And let's actually move here over into the Caribbean. You can see as we head throughout time here. There we go. So this is Thursday afternoon. And watch what the Euro does. It kind of picks it up and does a little bit of a west-southwesterly jaunt here. A little bit to the south. So, and the Euro does strengthen it slightly as well. So, there it is, 995 millibars at landfall. But the Euro does something interesting. It doesn't bring it up like this like the GFS does. It brings it into the Eastern Pacific as a full-fledged storm and intensifies it to quite an interestingly powerful hurricane here. So let's take a look at the rainfall here across the southern islands and northern part of South America. This is the tropics. So this is going to be measured, I believe, in millimeters. So if we continue to propagate this, take a look at this. So you have these areas into beyond the, these red zones. You're getting into the yellows and then these darker oranges in the middle. That's going to be, 100 millimeters of rain. That's almost 4 inches. So you're essentially going to be looking at rainfall totals of a solid 4 to 8 inches here across the southern islands. So you're anywhere from 100 to 225, 250 millimeters locally higher amounts. So it's a lot of rain. And here along the northern South America coast, you're going to be dealing with it as well. And look at, as we go throughout time here, there's that next tropical disturbance. Look what it does across the northern Caribbean islands and then eventually the Bahamas. This is that flux of moisture. Look at that. We could be dealing with some flooding problems here. Parts of Puerto Rico up towards the U.S. Virgin Islands, northern Lesser Antilles. Island of Hispaniola is always a mountainous island you definitely need to keep an eye on because this is where things could really go south pretty quick. All right, so the whole tropics as a whole. Look at that big old high. That is going to be the driving force behind all of this. There's potential tropical cyclone number 2 right there. We do have a disturbance behind it as well. And it'll start showing up here pretty quickly. There's that system in the Eastern Pacific, which could become the next named system. And there, if that wasn't enough, there's that weak system here in the Western Gulf of Mexico. We're going to watch all these. So here we go. Look at this. There is... It's going to be probably Tropical Storm Bonnie by this time. Then we have a disturbance behind it. It's a very weak disturbance, but it'll start showing up here. And there's that system in the Eastern Pacific and that system in the Western Gulf. This is Wednesday morning. So as we continue in time here, there it is. It starts to show up a little bit. The next system starts to form behind what could be Bonnie by this point. There is the system across South Texas. This is Thursday early afternoon. And as we continue to go through this model here, take a look at this. So yeah, we're dealing with something here in the U.S. Virgin Islands, just east of Puerto Rico, the northern Lesser Antilles. There's definitely something going on here, and here in the Western Gulf as well. So as we continue in time here, look at that. There it is. The Euro literally making this a big deal. 967 millibars. Now keep in mind, this is by Wednesday, July 6th. It does keep it south of the Mexican coastline because of, high pressure. So hopefully that'll keep it on the northwest jaunt, but this far out, things can change. All right, so looking at the intensity scale, we're already into that tropical storm zone range. It's getting to the point where it's going to be classified as a tropical storm here pretty quickly. But look at in time here as we head towards the weekend. We're definitely, the model spread, we're heading up towards Category 1 hurricane as we approach the southern Caribbean here. If we take a look at sea surface temperature content, basically Potential Tropical Cyclone 2, it's going to be heading into an area of warmer than average by about a half a degree Celsius on average here. After that, it's going to be in about average or just slightly below, but I do think it will be in an area that it can become a hurricane in time here. And I wanted to show you out here in the tropical Atlantic. Of course, here's the Cape Verde Islands, coast of Africa, Caribbean Islands, coast of South America. So, as we put this into motion, look at all these waves just really start lining up here. Now, granted, they are far to the south, as they usually are this time of year. This is Thursday, June 30th. You can see, there's the two low center circulations here once we get a primary low forming out of this system. There it is. And then you have another tropical wave behind it. It is a bit further to the south. We have another one coming off the coastline here. So as we head throughout time, we're really going to start lining these systems. You can see there's another one coming off the coast here. So you really start to line these up as they come off the African coastline here. All right, so we are starting off here with the future radar here across the southeast. So let's get into this. We're going to get a little bit further out here. Take a look at some of these moisture plumes. So essentially, we're going to be dealing with, here is Louisiana. So we have some showers and thunderstorms, and then we start to have some development here off the coast. This is back with another disturbance across Texas that's creating some beneficial rains here. But as we head throughout time here, take a look at this. So we get through Tuesday, 5 a.m. Look at this. Yeah, this is a big old mess offshore here. If you take a look, you can start to see somewhat of a center here, and then these spiraling bands continuing here across Louisiana. And we start to get some development here into southeastern part of Texas. So, as we head... Let's get to 8 a.m. Take a look at that. So you start to see a little bit of a structure. And you start to see that pinwheeling forming there into just off the Texas coast here. And as we head throughout the rest of the afternoon on Tuesday, see up towards New Orleans there, you're going to start to get, this is moisture enhancement up here from this low. We don't have anything as of yet back towards the Houston area, but just watch this as we go throughout time. Things will start to really fill in. I'm concerned up towards New Orleans. Take a look at this. We start to really get somewhat of a line just forming here from northeast to southwest here. And take a look at how that continues to pinwheel towards the southwest here. So it's got tropical moisture with it, obviously, and it's creating quite a bit of a disturbance here. And then this is Wednesday, 6 a.m. Take a look at that. It's targeting what you can see South Texas there, and it really starts to put up a fight here along the coast. You can see some of the spiral bands beginning to move, inland here. And this is where we could start to see the system really start to slow down, unfortunately. And you can see this is Wednesday at 5 a.m. Take a look. Let's just close that part out. Look at, you got the center way down here, but look at all of this moisture. This system has a big moisture deck with it, and it is a bit concerning because we might be looking at a prolonged period of heavy rain, whether this system becomes a named storm or not. As we head towards Wednesday, 7 p.m., and here's the last frame on the NAM 3 kilometer, essentially your future radar. We're still, look at that. That's a pretty good circulation there. So we could be looking at maybe some sort of system out of this as we head throughout the week here. So we'll take a look at the major models here concerning the system in the southeast, and let's take a look at the expansion. This is through Thursday, just Thursday alone. Take a look at these rainfall totals. Now, most of them are off the coast, 3 to 6 inches, but some of these are getting just west and southwest of Galveston here on the order of 2 to 5 inches. And this is just through Thursday. Now, watch what starts happening over the weekend. this system starts to stall and starts to drift towards the north. And you can see what's going on here. This is a major moisture flux. Now, most of it does seem to be going just west of Houston, where Houston gets about 3.5 inches, as well as Galveston. But look at some of these totals. 6, 7, 8. Some of these are approaching 9, 10 inches. This is something we definitely need to keep an eye on, even if this does not become a named storm. So if we take a look at the GFS, total rainfall through Thursday, there it is. It's actually pretty similar here to the Euro. Now, we do get a little bit more on the GFS up towards New Orleans, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches, even north of New Orleans here. Isolated amounts, 4.5. So that's something to keep an eye on. South and west of Galveston here, definitely getting up into the 5-inch range. But watch as we go in time here over the weekend, 4th of July weekend. It's a little bit more different of an area. The GFS doesn't really take this system well inland. You can kind of see what it does with its moisture, though. It funnels it up along the coast and back into Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. So this would be more troubling for, say, look at that, you know, the New Orleans area, 4 to 6 inches solid. That would do some problems. And look at that, you get up into central Alabama here, where you get up into the 6, 7, 8-inch range. So this is something we definitely want to keep an eye on. This will be beneficial rain back in through parts of Texas, but you don't really want to get into this much rain, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches that quickly. So as we head throughout the week, take a look at this. So we're staying a little bit cool here Tuesday into the northeast. The heat is starting to build here in the plains as we get this ejection of, look at this massive warm air. So we kind of cool it down into the southeast here a little bit. As we head throughout time, take a look at this Wednesday. We're really starting to heat it up here. And watch as we go towards the beginning of July 4th weekend. We start to warm it up here into the northeast, into the 80s by this point. And let's get into Thursday here across the northeast. You can see upper 80s starting to form here, hundreds. These are slowly expanding east as well into the southeast here. But take a look. We head towards Friday. We're well into the 90s here in the northeast to start your 4th of July weekend. For the most part, we're actually cooler here in Georgia than we are in the northeast. Isn't that pretty remarkable? Into the 80s versus the 90s. But as we head towards Saturday here, take a look at this. It's a little bit more temperate as we have a cold front move through, and it pushes the colder or the warmer air here to the south. And then as we head towards the rest of your 4th of July weekend, take a look at it Sunday. It's pretty temperate here across the northeast, upper 70s, low 80s. All of the warm 90s are like south of this line, which encompasses a big part of the country. All right, for the northeast, I wanted to show you briefly. Nice day, Tuesday. Here it is. Look at this, 2 p.m. High pressure's in control. Look at the front is well offshore here. So you're over in Nova Scotia, Halifax region, where you're getting some showers and thunderstorms. But look at this. For the northeast, we eke out a pretty nice day across the region as we head towards 5 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., even towards Wednesday, 7 a.m. here. Now, here's where things get a little interesting. We do have an area of showers and thunderstorms. There's a small disturbance here, and we are going to watch for that to move through. But it's going to move through with very little fanfare here. Watch this. So we get to 10 a.m., 11 a.m., noon. You'd start to get, Toronto area, London, Ontario. We will have some brief showers moving through, some instability. You can see with the daytime heating here. Take a look at this. Let me get that out of the way. So yeah, you'll have some showers and maybe some rumbles of thunder, especially across southern Ontario, maybe the eastern Catskills, Poconos area, lower Hudson Valley. Some clouds and some showers. But for the most part, whatever's moving through here is not going to be much. Extended outlook for my hometown viewers, upper Susquehanna River Valley from Binghamton to Scranton, Tuesday through Saturday. Tuesday will be the coolest day, lowest humidity 75. A cool start in the upper 40s, as well as Wednesday getting up towards the 80s. Maybe a stray shower or thunder shower after like 3 or 4 p.m. with a little minor disturbance, but it's not going to be an all-day event. Thursday into Friday, look at this. Gets as hot as a firecracker, heading through the mid to upper 80s to 90s. on Friday, but that'll be short-lived with a cold front moving through Friday night into Saturday. We might have a couple of strong to severe thunderstorms, maybe up to a quarter inch of rain. Temperatures on the fall down to 80. I want to thank you for joining me for this edition of Weather Eastern. It's a very special tropical edition. Don't forget to visit me, Hurricane Northeastern, on Facebook for all things hurricane. Also, MediaMark.com, WeatherNortheastern.com. Also, MediaMark on Facebook, Weather Northeastern, Susquehanna Weather. And you can visit me on Twitter at Weather Eastern. Link in the description to my Hurricane 2022 Outlook in the description down below. Click on that link and view. Thanks for joining me and watching.